game's pretty much over. All we have to do is just wait for the wave, and then we can ult the Nexus towers with the team. Looks like I'm gonna do it with Yumi. See if we can stop him. Alright, we're gonna look for a Shrine Breaker moment here. Take out that tower smaller. Pretty much it. Now we can fight. Get the cat on me. Get that rat. Welcome back to another Shrine Breaker video. We're back with the classic Stormbreaker playstyle. And we're up against Kled. This is kind of the perfect playstyle for this type matchup. What you want to do is you want to play the Stormbreaker playstyle against anyone who's like AD. So like Iceborne has armor in it. Okay, so it also has reduced damage. And when you get a little booger like this guy, who just, you know, bouncing around all over the place, you're gonna need that slow from Iceborne. Spam your W on him. He's not gonna be able to get away from you. So we start with E, W, and then Q. But I think I go. I don't know what I go. We'll find out. But I'm pretty sure I usually go E, W. It doesn't matter. You can go Q if you want to. But generally I go E, W, Q, max W, max Q. Looks like I went Q. I guess I wanted to get my E in combo. Q and E combo with Kled is actually really good. Because he likes to run around and you can't afford to let him poke you. So I just do like trade the Q and E combo with him. Try to kill him here. He flashes and not enough. That's okay. He's not going to be able to level up. I'm hoping to bait this J4 here. I know he's on his way. I mean, I don't see him, but holy shit, I didn't see that coming. But anyway, we're okay. We got our ghost. We drop our E first. We still got our W. So I got my ghost now. I'll be able to bite him. He does nothing about it. Unlucky. So I got the double buffs here, so I can just chill here. I can stay here and level up to, you know, level 4. So I'm just gonna chill, let him push. And Malphite's here, so maybe I'll get a gank eventually. So Stormbreaker runes, as you know, is Grasp, Demolish, Second Wind, Overgrowth, Gathering Storm, and Nimbus Cloak. So Nimbus Cloak and Ghost, that's pretty much our all-in with the Ignite. Here's Malphite, so we're gonna get a gank here. Looks like he's gonna get away though. That's fine. So he'll be able to help me push his wave so I can go back and get an item. So when we have Ghost and Ignite with Nimbus Cloak, it's gonna allow us to all in with bonus movement speed on the Q, especially when you max in a second. And it just really helps, you know, get those kiters like Ezreal. You know, every single one of these guys, they're just gonna kite you. So you're gonna need Iceborne, you know, your Q maxed, and then, you know, use that Ghost and Nimbus Cloak to, you know, dive in on him and give him no shot of getting away. So it's really good because if you're in a bad situation, you can get the hell out and they can't catch up to you or kill you. There's only a few champions that have the ability to do so, and that would be like Kane or like Diego. Sometimes it's just not enough. They just have that like that gap, like the dash or whatever. And Kane has the ability to travel through walls, so like his speed is ridiculous.
Oh, you ain't getting away.
Right, it's a nice trade. He's not able to do anything, so I'm just gonna chill and farm. I got the Sheen working on the Kindle Gem. So this is where it's pretty much a power spike when Volibear gets a Sheen. And when you're maxing W like that, it just chomps, takes a huge chunk out of him. It looked like he's rushing tabbies right away. I think that, in my opinion, that's going to slow him down a bit. He's not going to be able to get his item until later. I never like to rush boots. Unless the cheap boots, like Swifties or like Ionian boots. Those are pretty cheap to buy. But in my opinion, when you fall behind, it's very difficult to catch up. So I would much rather just go straight into Mythic and then boots.
Thought you wanted to visit.
We're gonna see a Stormbringer moment right here. Bold. It always feels good to kill him with the ult. Kindle Gem, and now we got the Chain Fast, so we're pretty tanky right now. And he doesn't even have any 80 item yet. He just has steel caps. So we're gonna be super tanky against him. No. And even when he starts building AD, I'm gonna have my Mythic before he even has enough damage to do anything about me. Yeah, I would say the J4 pretty much screwed him. So like, if the dragon's down, you want to start, pinging the jungler for the rift here. We don't want to give that up. We want that. We don't care so much about dragons. At Volibear, in this playstyle, we don't care about dragons. We only care about the void creatures. That's what, takes towers and wins games for Volibear. Everybody else can care about the dragon, but I'm not. Yeah, J4 is already on it, so I don't know what Malphite's doing. Let's see what he does. He's actually just walking past. I don't think he sees him because of Fog of War. But like, that is a big rookie kind of mistake there. Like, you should always check. Huh. It's ridiculous. Looks like he's gonna go here and gank. And I don't know why she's here, considering that it tells you literally the rift has been taken. Ooh. Okay. Not bad. Right, he's going back. He probably has TP. Yeah. Yep, there's the teleport. So look at it. Too long, so I'm gonna get my Mythic when I go back. So you can see here, I do have boost, but generally you want to set on these. You don't want to complete your boost until you complete your Mythic. That's just my opinion there. And once you got that, that's huge, And then you can get your boost. I'm going Swifties with this playstyle. It just goes really well with it. And especially with the split push. You want to be able to get to your lane faster. But the reason why it's so good with this playstyle, the Stormbreaker playstyle, is because this gives slow resistance as well. So Swifties, it has a lot of slow resistance on top of this. For every legendary item you get tenacity and slow resistance. And health. So it's like, it's probably the best mythic item on Volibear currently right now. And most of your matchups in the top lane will be AD. Only a few that are AP. But either way, like you still, just because this has armor doesn't mean it's not good against AP. The slow is what makes it good. The extra CC, you know, limiting their kiting. Because some AP players, that's all they do is they kite you. They just spam their abilities. You know, you get like a Raz, for example, with a phase rush. So having Iceborne against him, you know, reduces his ability to kite. And it actually makes his movement speed kind of useless a little bit. It makes it harder for him to get away. So at this point, we're going to start to look to be more aggressive and poke him under tower. Because we're strong, we got a mythic, he doesn't. And Dragon's up, so everybody will be there. Like he's going back again. Maybe not, I guess he's staying. I don't know. Alright. Easy dragon there. Go in there with the trade. As long as you get the E shield, you'll block the tower damage. And then go back and bite him with the W to heal more. And you got grabs to heal you as well. And you got second wind. So every time you make a trade, you're gonna regenerate some health. I'm gonna ignite him and all in. Yeah, he's dead. There we go. And now we can get a plate and try to finish off this tower.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
We got a lot of gold off that tower, so first, before buying boots, you always want to get this item here, because it's 1,200 gold. Okay, you get that out of the way, and then if you have enough money, you can get Swifties, so we're good here. So we got our speed, and we also got our wave clear with this. This, in combination with your passive, the lightning chain, and this are kind of like shockwave, cone damage, whatever you want to call it. It just clears the wave incredibly fast. So once you get Titanic, it's gonna have a bigger like shockwave, and it just does more damage the more health you have. You don't have to waste. You don't have to spam your abilities to clear the wave. So you just auto attack. And that's why a lot of Volibear players run out of mana. They have mana issues with Volibear. It's because they're trying to clear the wave with their abilities instead of using their auto attack. And in comparison, like Sunfire, for example, Titanic clears faster. You can clear against like Superman. That's how good it is. Don't get me wrong, Sunfire is very good at clearance, it's just a bit slower. And it's actually better against like monsters than it is in like the minion waves. It just does better against monsters. So that's why I tend to like to play Sunfire in the jungle at the top. There's only a few builds or playstyles that I like to play Sunfire in the top lane. And you can certainly play it with this playstyle, but I usually prefer to go demonic into the late game after Nashes. And that's why we're going to Gathering Storm. Is once we get Nashes, it's going to convert to AP and keep scaling, and it's going to give you more attack speed. And the longer the game goes on, you're just going to get more powerful. With the Baron granting you increased AD and AP, it's too good. Uh-oh.
Red team
So,
double kill.
when you get a healthy tower like this, you never want to leave top. That's my number one rule. When you still have the first tower, you don't have to go anywhere. You can stay in this lane. Until that disappears, then you can, you know, go somewhere else. Actually, if the first tower disappears, if this is gone, you want to go to another lane,
Unstoppable.
rotating off the objectives. So like
Red
if
team's
Baron's
turret
up,
has been
you
destroyed.
want to be here or here. So like this is like my shortcut lane. So if I'm not on time to be here, I'll just run here during the time of. So like say dragon's about to spawn, right? Maybe in like 10 seconds, and I'm not even up here yet. So I'll just go here and push. That's pretty much what I mean by the short lane. Shortcut lane. Alright, so I'm gonna ult this tower. Someone's teleporting to it, that's why. So, there's too many people here. I'm just gonna get out of here.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And they should be working on this dragon here. So that's all what you're doing at the time of the dragon here. Is you're trying to keep him away from team fights and force him to be here. And being here also will force some of these guys back to defend. So that's why I'm staying here. I'm gonna keep pushing. It looks like 2 is out of the fight here, so they can technically win. But looks like 2 of our guys are out of the fight as well. I probably could have committed there, but I actually wanted to focus on getting the tower. So we're getting this to halfway. It's gonna make it easier to get this down next time and get the inhibitor, and that's what we want by the time we finish Titanic into Hullbreaker. The Hullbreaker is what you want when you take this down and get the Jack super minions. So now we got the Titanic. And you can see it scales with health. And since we got a legendary item, now we got 5% slow resistance, tenacity, 50 health. So with Hullbreaker, we have 100 health, 10% tenacity, 10% slow resistance. It's pretty good. You're going to be very difficult to stop. Slow resistance is really good on Volibear. With Ghost, they'll never be able to stop you. Unless they have like insane CC. Then they can. But then, you know, if they're doing that, they're kind of wasting everything on you. And we just stay top. We got a healthy tower. Just stay here. We don't want to overextend because Baron is up. But what I'm doing is I'm keeping an eye on mid, seeing what they're doing. And if they're busy, I just keep pushing. So I can look to flank here if I want to. So I'm just going to keep this push. And then I'm going to look for a window to go in. Looks like right here is my window. Massive damage off the Q with the Titanic. I'm not going to ult. I could probably kill them. But I don't have my ghost, so that's why I don't go in. If I had my ghost, they would both be dead. But generally I want to save my ult because you never know. And don't waste your demolish, let them poke it down. Baron's already up, so I gotta transform into Big Bear. It's not worth it, we can take that anytime. So I'm just gonna get this crab, and we're gonna look to take Baron anytime now. So looking at what Kled's building, Black Cleaver is actually really good into Iceborne. Especially Urgot is a big counter. When he builds this against this, he can be very difficult to stop. And another person is Set. So if you see Set with this, with the combination Bladed Ruin King, that can be very difficult. But we're kind of ahead, so I'm not really too worried. And also, I'm at the point where I'm not really doing any fighting much. I'm doing like putting pressure. And eventually, once I get Hullbreaker, I'm just going to be too strong for them with a big wave. Because that's the thing you got to realize. Every minion that you have here, on top of like the Baron buff, does increased damage. So you get, this is pretty much like having like, I don't know, several items worth of damage on your kit there with everything that you got. So that's what I like to do, is I like to use the wave. And since you have like shockwave damage here, you can clear theirs instantly and take no damage. So they got nothing. And they're too busy fighting you rather than clearing all this damage, and they can't because once you get Hullbreaker, you know, the Jack Canyon is just, I'm not going to waste my Demolish. So I'm just going to take this. The reason being is because I want to ult the Nexus Towers and take one of these out with Demolish. Alright, so we should be able to do Baron here. I don't know why the cat's on me. I mean, Yumi is good on Volibear, but I generally don't like the cat on me with the Shinebreaker playstyle. Just because, I mean, right now it's fine because I don't have Hullbreaker. So this is fine for now. But once I get Hullbreaker, I don't like Yumi on me. I want to go solo. I'm just going to go back and buy something. So the Iron Pot, you usually want to buy this after you get Titanic. So what that's going to do is it's going to give you, you know, increased health and size. So you're going to be able to block damage. When you ult, you increase size too. So your teammates are not going to take much damage when you front line for them. But also, you get more damage off the Titanic and Demolish. So when you break the Nexus Tower, alright, so charge in here. Game's pretty much over. All we have to do is just wait for the wave, and then we can ult the Nexus Towers with the team. Looks like I'm going to do it with Yumi. See if we can stop him. Alright, we're gonna look for a Shinebreaker moment here. Oh! So take out that tower, Demolish. And pretty much it. Now we can fight. Got the cat on me. Let's get that rat. Come here, puking dragon. So yeah, when you're versus AD, generally you want to go with the Stormbreaker playstyle. And the Stormbreaker playstyle is the classic. It's the original Shinebreaker playstyle. So you can see here, damage is up there, and Kled's damage is pretty sad, really. I mean, I'm used to Kled doing quite a bit of damage. You got tower damage. That's the main thing you want to see on the Volibear. Objectives, holy shit! This is what happens when you get your hands on the Rift. Yeah. And there's the runes. Got quite a bit on Graps there. Demolish. A little bit on a decent amount on second wind for what we got. 26 minutes. Yeah, it's generally my time frame of when I tend to end games. I don't let it stretch more than 30. I usually don't. And if it does, my build generally looks like Nash's after the Hullbreaker. And you scale with the Gathering Storm, it converts to AP, and then I get my last item, Demonic, for more AP, AoE damage, burn damage, and more attack speed. And, you know, all that health just scales with Titanic and Demonic. scales off health as well. It gives you more AP. Um, and also not as good as Titanic, but Demonic also does increase damage with your ult in the same way Titanic does. Titanic is just better because Titanic does on-hit damage compared to Demonic. Demonic is ability focused type item. Um, though if Demonic was like if it was like Nash's, if it was like a Nash's, it would be like a AP Titanic for sure. But generally, yeah, the Nash's and Titanic combo is very deadly. But anyway, this is the Stormbreaker playstyle, and generally the type matchups that you want to look for to play this.